One of my father's favorite quotes was, "If you've got the name, you might as well play the game." With that in mind, I guess we should address the elephant in the room, and by that I mean the Republican Party. To be more correct, I should say the MAGA crowd. The right claims that the left stole the 2020 election. The left says it's all conspiracy theories. It's time, however, to tell people the truth. Understand that we will adopt our enemy's ideas, so even though we say it here, we will deny that we ever said it, just as furious as Donald Trump claims he never said lock her up.
You famously said regarding Hillary Clinton, lock her up.
They all said lock her up, and I felt, and I could have done it, Hillary Clinton, I didn't say lock her up, but the people would all say lock her up, lock her up. Okay.
I will say this, Hillary Clinton has to go to jail, okay? She has to go to jail.
We cheated. If you have been paying attention, you would have realized it by now. We've been doing it for years. Donald Trump claims that he went to bed the night of the election. He was ahead, and when he woke up, Biden won. He thought that this couldn't happen. What he should have said was, here we go again. 1948, Truman ran against Thomas Dewey, and many thought Dewey won the night of the election. As a matter of fact, there was a story that Dewey was so confident he said to his wife, "Tomorrow, my dear, you will be sleeping with the president." The newspapers were so confident that early editions printed copies that proclaimed Dewey the winner. The next morning, however, Truman had won, prompting Mrs. Dewey to ask, "So does Harry come here or do I go to the White House?" That was just the beginning. There wasn't much we could do about Eisenhower because he was a war hero. Then he went and built the interstate highway system, and we knew we had to go. The highway system would enable middle and lower class people to move away from the city, possibly giving them better lives. We realized that they would eventually want more. We had no other course of action but to form the deep state. Eisenhower's vice president, Richard Nixon, was very popular, and our candidate was a Catholic. So we weren't sure we could cheat on that one. Then we thought, we're the left. We control the entertainment industry. Surely we have some makeup artists to louse up Nixon's makeup so that in the debate he looks disheveled and scruffy. It worked. Kennedy won. Kennedy would have served 2 terms if he stayed on course and passed the Civil Rights Act. Instead, he listened to his brother and went after the mafia. It was the first time we used the FBI to assassinate the president. Unfortunately, we didn't use the real agents. We used that Oswald guy, and according to Trump, Ted Cruz's father. Johnson was smart enough to realize we wanted the black vote, and the Civil Rights Act was our way of cementing their support. Johnson mishandled the Vietnam War. We were raking in huge sums of money from the military-industrial complex, but we were also killing off a lot of the voters we had just killed Kennedy to get. We had to pull out, but if we did, we would leave a lot of equipment behind. About $5 billion worth of equipment, or $25 billion in today's money. Johnson heeded the deep state's warning and didn't run, meaning Nixon would get the blame. It didn't get the results we wanted. People liked that we got out of the war. When Nixon ran for re-election, we let it be known that the deep state was planning to solve the Nixon problem the same way we had Kennedy, and all the info was at the Democratic headquarters in Watergate. I'm telling you all this so that you know that the fix is in. Biden wins. While you guys are poll watching, we are using more sophisticated means of stealing the vote. I won't tell you how, but while you're watching 2,000 Mules 2, we'll be laughing at 2,000 jackasses trying to figure out how we did it. Last time we could have just won the vote in Texas and Florida, and we wouldn't have had to put up all that cliffhanger stuff. But then we wouldn't have the joy of building up your hopes and then dashing them. It would also have made our side wonder if we won Texas. We might have a problem, though. Trump is telling his followers that the FBI is looking to assassinate him. This may make him nervous, and he might panic. I've been wondering why he does that move where he looks like he's lifting a heavy weight. Trump is practicing in case someone tries to kill him. He saw the dead zone with Martin Sheen, and he saw Martin Sheen hold up that body in front of him. In the dead zone, the body was a baby. But I think Trump is figuring on Eric. So we want this to be a fair election, but just the same, because we worked so hard for this, we're going to cheat. This is the part where I'm supposed to beg you to subscribe. I'm not sure that begging works. So I'm going to use threats. That's right. If you don't subscribe, I'm going to have to go to OnlyFans. I know what you're saying. That will ruin the platform. And you're right. So, if not for me, do it for all the young girls who have sold their souls for Coach bags. And, if you're feeling generous, buy me a coffee. It will help while I'm looking at bikinis.